Wednesday on BET.
You came to the office to see your sister. Who's your sister?
Why are you in my house?
Who hired you to blow up a rose a few days ago?
Warning.
Why is Tony so worried about your safety?
You're about to enter
I just thought you should know who you're dealing with.
I'm asking you to leave.
hostile territory.
Y'all enjoy.
What the hell are you doing here?
Things have escalated. We've received intel of an impending hit on you.
Tyler Perry Sistas. All new Wednesday at 9. Watch it live on BET.
Hey y'all, it's your Missniecytv, and I'm here to break down the trailer for Sistas Season 10, Episode 9. The trailer starts off and Hayden and Cheyenne are still on their date, and he's like, when you came to the office, you said you came to see your sister. Who's your sister? This is when Cheyenne looks over at Andy's table and Andy looks back at her, but I don't think there's no mention of Andy being her sister yet. Then we see Fatima over the guy's house that supposedly helped Dr. Cruz blow up Andy's car. And the guy is like, why are you in my house? And Fatima's like, so who hired you to blow up a rose a few days ago? The guy looks at her like he doesn't know what she's talking about. But one thing about Fatima, all of her guys that she's connected with is going to tell the truth, and they won't lie. So I don't know why you're trying to sit there and lie, especially after you went and bragged about it. You know, like I know, you might as well just tell the truth now because you're still going to get beat up for what you did. If you tell the truth, the way that you're supposed to get beat up might be a little lighter. Speaking of telling the truth, when Maurice and Danny are out to drink, I guess Tony calls a couple times and Danny's like, he's just concerned about my safety. And Maurice taps his neck because he notices the bruises on Danny's neck. And he's like, why would Tony be so concerned about your safety? Of course, I think Danny's going to let it be known that Tony's not beating on her and he would never do that. But I also wonder if she's going to actually tell him the truth of who attacked her and how she was attacked, or she might just give the same story that it was a random man that followed her home from the grocery store. But I hope she actually does take Grisha's advice and actually tell her friends the whole truth. Back over at the restaurant, we see Hayden and Cheyenne come over to Dr. Vaughn and Andy's table, right? And this is in the end credit trailer when Andy says, I guess you haven't met Cheyenne Barnes. And Hayden's like, Barnes? That's your sister. So of course Andy and Hayden have a back and forth and Dr. Vaughn steps in to defend her and Hayden's like, I think you should know. That's when Dr. Vaughn gets up from the table and he is like, actually I think you should leave the table. I wonder if Dr. Vaughn and Hayden are going to get in some type of like altercation. Back over at the guy's house that supposedly blew up Andy's car, the guys come in behind Fatima and she's like, y'all enjoy that. I'm glad that Fatima didn't get in on the action for real, and she just sat this one out and let the guys handle it because Fatima's pregnant. Zach is gonna flip out when he finds out that Fatima lied to him to go over to Samantha's house to defend Andy knowing that she's pregnant. He's gonna be like, you put yourself and my child's life in danger. What is wrong with you? Back over at Danny's, probably after her drinks with Maurice, we see Danny at her kitchen table and she's emotional and she's finally alone and she's probably just sitting in the emotions of everything that happened. I hope that this doesn't cause Danny to go down a deep spiral of drinking and just lashing out on everybody. Out of nowhere, we see Officer Green knocking on Danny's door. I thought he would have took that beating and ran away and never came to confront Danny again. Or is he back to finish and get his revenge? This could be a slim to none chance, but what if Grisha found the grocery store that Danny went to, asked them, did they see anybody talking to Danny outside the grocery store? They found out who it was, and then Grisha was able to find out who he was and identify him, and he got reported and he's here to confront Danny about it. Speaking of confronting, we see Cheyenne and Andy back at the penthouse after their dates, right? They're probably talking about the dates and how the dates went and everything with Hayden and Dr. Vaughn. That's when Agent Watt shows up and Andy's probably like, what are you doing here? We weren't supposed to meet until tomorrow morning. And Agent Watt is like, I'm here now because there's a hit out for you. And Andy's like, well, there's 4 possible people that can want Andy gone. Dr. Cruz, Hudson, Gary, and Penelope. I'm leaning towards Penelope and Dr. Cruz at this moment. But then again, it can be Gary too because I'm not buying his nice act and him being all sweet and nice to everybody and him wanting to change his life. After the kidnapping incident with Jasmine and Hudson, I still don't believe it. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know who you think could possibly want this hit out on Andy. Let me know what you guys think about the trailer. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your bell notifications. Bye!